Another Saturday morning. You know what that means? It's one of my favorite times of the week because I get to chat with local realtor rock star Michele Cummins. It's the Cummins Real Estate Group show. How are you doing, Michele?
I'm doing great, Curtis. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I've got my my cup of green tea here, and I am ready to go.
Nice. You're doing green tea. Well, that's got a good kind of oomph and caffeine in it for you.
Yeah, well, honestly, I do love my coffee, but I'm going to get this gallbladder removed in the next couple months, and for some reason, it doesn't like coffee, so we've had to go back to tea.
Good for you to get out of a habit that's very hard to have. How's your headaches are okay because you're still having caffeine though, right?
Okay, well,
you're not having headaches.
No, you see, I've quit coffee many times because I keep thinking I don't need it, but then it turns out I do. But what I've learned over the last while is I don't drink coffee every day. I love coffee, but I drink it when I feel I need it. So I might go 2 or 3 days without having coffee. I don't usually drink it, Saturday morning I have to because I'm dealing with you, but I don't drink it on Sundays, and things like that. And because of that, it's a lot easier not, to have it.
To me, that sounds like it's not a habit then. It's like you're not stuck in a rut that so many people are. I know I'm stuck in a rut.
Oh, I've been in there.
I've
had that habit many times. I mean, I used to drink about a half a pot of coffee a day myself.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. When in Rome, wait a second.
Yeah, well, that's just it. When you're working a radio station on a weekend, like I used to, or on early mornings, you drink a lot of coffee. But, I quit coffee at one point for like 3-4 years. And then we got like the early edition of like the Keurigs in my old radio station I worked at, like the really early ones that were massive. And that took me right off the wagon.
Oh, well, I didn't need coffee this morning to wake up. I woke up at like 3:30 and I was just up and about. I was up.
3:30? Like your husband's not even getting ready for bed yet at 3:30.
It was a very strange evening, actually. He went to bed a little early. Did you hear about Mickey Dolenz?
I did, yeah. Sadly, he, not Mickey Dolenz, it was Mike Nesmith.
Sorry, Mike Nesmith, yes.
Yes, yeah, just down to one monkey now.
Wow. I know, life. See, we can't take it for granted. In fact, this is our 160th episode, 160th, and I'm so happy that I met you and that I've been doing this show, and it's just been so great to do it with you, Curtis. You're a fantastic co-host. I thank you so much.
Yeah, well, you know what? And they said it wouldn't last. Well, no, wait, we said it wouldn't last, but we have.
Every week, just keep on coming back. Oh, and this time of year, I really encourage our listeners, and encourage myself to, have that dream board and take some quiet time because it's so easy. We're so busy all the time anyways, and then this time of the year even more so. But it is so important to take rest at this time of this month and next month to really re-energize you and prepare you for an amazing and great 2022 in your life because you deserve it. Everyone deserves it. You know what? We work hard. Our life goes by fast, and in a blink of an eye, it's gone if we don't take those moments to really just rest and breathe and think and remember the great things about last year, the bad things about last year, learn from what we can learn from, and be able, no matter what the struggles or hurdles life throws at you, rest now and then so you can prepare yourself mentally and physically for it. Stress is one of the biggest devils in our lives, so just do what you can to minimize your stress, and that really will help. And, when you sell or buy with, real estate, they say it's one of the top 3 stressors in all of our lives. And it's usually because we're caused to buy and sell by a major event that's happening in our life, either, a death or a divorce or, new kids, you're pregnant and you're growing, or, there's a big life event, huge change of jobs. And, when you hire me, I minimize that stress for you. It is important to know, what you can take on and what you shouldn't take on, and lean on others and just take time for rest. Anyways, you thought of that at the end of the year and look at your dreams and your hopes and really dive into that and feel good about that and know that they can come true.
Absolutely. It's funny you should say that, because that's one of those things that, one of the first things they teach you in broadcast school is the importance of just taking a deep breath when you're getting stressed out and things like that. Just taking that time to take, 3 or 4 deep breaths, and how much that can calm you down. It sounds silly and it sounds very trivial because it's so little, but taking 3 or 4 deep breaths can really just kind of level you out.
It is so true. 2 days ago, I got this text out of the blue from somebody that I don't even really know, and they said, right now, whatever you're doing, stop and take, I think it said 3 deep breaths, or 5 it was, I think. And I did. I stopped and I did, and I'm like, thank you so much for that reminder. And when I'm doing yoga or exercising, I notice whenever I breathe deeper and then breathe out, and I'm breathing properly, all of a sudden I feel this energy through my body and this energy through my muscles, and then I'm able to do more. And it's just amazing what breathing, just that alone, what that does for you.
Yeah, it's that influx of oxygen. It can really kind of calm things down and just kind of settle things. And give you energy too, like you said too, right? It's amazing.
So true. So last night was our Christmas party for Remax Little Oak Realty. It was so fun. Cold, a little cold, but fun.
I'm still impressed that you're here. I thought we were going to have to replay an old show, considering it was a Christmas party last night.
Well, it was too good. They did have karaoke. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm surprised I still have a voice this morning. Oh, it was awesome. It was at a farm in Brookswood, Langley area, and, in front of the barn, and we had tents, and so it was an outdoor event, and it was great. It was really fun. Good to see everyone and just relax, and that doesn't happen very often. Actually, I don't think we've done that at all this whole last year. And last Christmas we didn't even have something, so it's been 2 years now.
Yeah, so, you had a little bit of energy to expel at the party with the karaoke.
Probably why I woke up at 3:30.
You barely slept, let's admit it.
True. Tonight I'll go to bed early. So, okay, the Bank of Canada met, and our mortgage partner, Jessica Oates, and Brian Conlon from, our Dominion Lending, if I could speak. This happens all the time to me.
I know the feeling.
And it's because I actually haven't had my coffee yet this morning. So, believe it or not. And they are leaving the Bank of Canada, the base rate the same. So an article came out from the chief economist of Dominion Lending, and she came out and said the Bank of Canada decided to keep its target for the overnight rate of 0.25% in line with the forecast and to maintain its forward guidance, which sees a rise in the overnight rate sometime in the middle quarter of 2022. Until then, policymakers vowed to provide an adequate degree of monetary stimulus to support Canada's economy and achieve the inflation target of 2%. On the price front, the ongoing supply disruptions continue to support high inflation rates. But gasoline prices, which have been a significant upside risk factor, have recently declined. Still, the Bank of Canada expects inflation to remain elevated in the first half of 2022 and ease towards 2% in the second half of the year. Finally, recent economic indicators suggested the economy had considerable momentum in the fourth quarter, namely in the labor and housing markets. Still, it's variant of the variant of the coronavirus and the devastation left by the floods in our British Columbia has added to downside risks. The bank's press release went on to say that the governing council judges that in view of ongoing excess capacity, the economy continues to require considerable monetary policy support. We remain committed to holding the policy interest rate at the effective lower bound until economic slack in absorbed so that the 2% inflation target is sustainably achieved. In the bank's October projection, this happened sometime in the middle quarter of 2022. We will provide the appropriate degree of monetary policy stimulus to support the recovery and achieve the inflation target, she said. And in October, the bank ended its bond buying program and is now in its reinvestment stage. And it remains its Government of Canada bonds holdings by replacing securities as they mature. So that is what Dr. Sherry Cooper, the chief economist of Dominion Lending Center, came out as a report and had to say. And Jessica Oates, by the way, that I mentioned earlier with Harmony Mortgage Group, that's one of my mortgage service partners, she has gracefully and graciously given me the okay to put her app link on my homepage of my website, so you can actually get pre-approved in a snap, and that is on my homepage. If you go on there, you'll see the link. You can just click it and get pre-approved if you're thinking about possibly purchasing. Now, also on my homepage, I just wanted to mention to everyone, of course, the season of giving, and I wish this season of giving would be every day of the whole year of our whole lives, and for a lot of people it is, and thank God for you and the people that you help. And I would ask if anybody wants an evaluation of their property. Of course, I give evaluations for free, but I also give evaluations for donation. And on my homepage, again, there's a link there that you click for that evaluation. But if you do by donation, it'll open up to the Mission Gospel Missions webpage where you can donate. And I will match anyone's donations up to $500 to help support our local Mission Gospel Mission or the BC Children's Miracle Network. So two that I really, really love supporting. And so if anybody is thinking of getting an evaluation, and maybe you're not thinking of selling, but you're like, I would like to donate and I'd like an evaluation, so let's have Michele in. You know, I would love that, and I thank you for that. And so that's on my homepage too as well, if you'd like to.
All right, well, we should probably take a quick break here. If people do want more information to check out your homepage, where can they go?
To michellecummins.ca.
All right, we're back with more right after these words. With segment number 2 of the Cummins Real Estate Group show. It's, of course, Michele Cummins, local realtor extraordinaire, and myself, Curtis Pope. All right, so I totally forget. We discussed this even in the commercial break, but it's Christmas time, and my mind's all over the place, and I forgot what we were going to talk about, Michele. And I'm being completely transparent and honest. I don't know what we're talking about.
Honesty is the best policy. We are going to talk about real estate. Does that surprise you?
No, well, I knew that. That much I knew. I just couldn't remember where we were going down that topic.
Okay, so we're going to talk about, you know how we've been chatting a lot, especially this last year or so, that we are so low on supply, we're so low on housing, we need more housing. We have more people than housing, and we need more. And there's been all this red tape on the municipal, local levels, on the provincial levels, and the national levels as far as development is concerned, but mostly municipal levels, the local levels. It's been like red tape, takes forever. Well, I've got some real estate news for everyone that Surrey guarantees rezoning and building permit timelines in a very quick, short amount of time. So fast-growing city, the first in Metro to guarantee turnarounds for permit applications, including commercial zoning as well. So we're not just speaking about residential. So the residential and commercial building permit timelines are now guaranteed for Surrey. The city of Surrey is believed to be the first municipality in Metro Vancouver to begin providing guaranteed timelines for building permits, including rezoning applications. Announced in October, the city's second largest in BC by population, said the maximum time for a rezoning application for commercial development, including multifamily projects, will be 16 weeks. Wow. This compares to months, even years in some municipalities, developers claim, and it's true. I know one in Abbotsford that's been taking years. The guaranteed permitting timeline addresses a significant issue that builders have been having, which is when will they know if the permit has been approved or not. So Mayor Doug McCallum in Surrey, he says Surrey has proven to be a prime destination for new residents and businesses. That's why council has taken the significant step to improve the speed and predictability in the land development approval process. The guaranteed timeline will result in less idle time for builders and more accurate completion dates for people looking to move into their new home or business space. They are the only Metro Vancouver municipality that the mayor knows which offers such a guarantee. I don't know of any other right now either. So hopefully others will learn from them and follow their steps, which that's usually what happens. So let's see what happens in the future here for, Abbotsford and Langley and Mission and so many others. So Sethi noted that in another Metro municipality, which he declined to name, he has been waiting 6 years for a rezoning decision for a multifamily project. Oof. 6 years, Curtis.
Oh. That is a long time to be waiting for the government to get off their butts.
Mm-hmm. And why? Why, right? Langford in Greater Victoria has a similar program with relative quick development guidelines, though they are not guaranteed. It claims processing times of 48 hours for a building permit for a single-family house and 4 to 6 months turnaround time for development permits. I'm telling you, 48 hours for a building permit for a single-family house is amazing. In Vancouver, it has taken up to 7 years to usher rezoning through the city's process, according to the Urban Development Institute. Though the city has taken recent steps to speed the process, according to Mayor Kennedy Stewart. And Stewart acknowledged that the mountains of red tape and noted the work of a permitting task force in November, or in a November 23rd statement, actually. So the results so far, he said, have seen tree bylaw applications processed 2 weeks faster, demolition permits 3 weeks faster, detached home and duplex approvals 12 weeks faster, and change of use and occupancy permits 12 weeks faster. He did not provide estimates of current timelines or time lists for such applications and for the city of Vancouver, and they had not responded to a request for such information at the time that this article piece that came out reported. So more than 36,000 housing units have been approved and built in Surrey over the last decade, and the demand remains high, according to a city statement. Even during pandemic in 2020, Surrey recorded a building permit value of $1.46 billion, beating the 10-year annual average, it said. From January 2019 to December 2020, single-family homes accounted for 31% of new construction. 21% were townhomes, 31% were for high-rise apartments, and 17% for low to mid-rise apartments. Now, this is the timelines for city. According to the City of Surrey, staff are implementing the following guaranteed permitted timelines. Rezoning report to council for a multifamily, commercial, or industrial project, 16 weeks. These are guaranteed timelines. Rezoning report to council for a single-family house, 12 weeks. Building permit for a single-family house, 10 weeks. And building permit for tenant improvement, 10 weeks. That is fantastic news. I have 3 different land assemblies currently in Mission that I'm working on. One, I've already had the PAR meeting. It went really well. The city of Mission is great to work with. Another one, I've registered for a PAR meeting. And the last one is pretty much what it is. But just the developers coming in and the sellers selling, it's usually it takes so long for either their due diligence during the subject phrase, when you put a price point on it, what if they don't get approval, and how long is it going to take? So these timelines of waiting, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and still not knowing has always been a little bit of the hardship of putting together these sales for the benefit of the seller and the buyers, just to work for all parties, right? So it's quite difficult when you just don't know. So these timelines, guaranteed timelines, and how much quicker they're doing it is absolutely so great for our population, the roofs over our heads, for getting people into homes. I mean, these are are for, rental projects too. I have one of my land assemblies currently. I'm just going live with it right now. Actually, just yesterday we put together the pricing package and everything. But it's 8 properties side by side on Diamonds and the corner of Herd, so it's really close to the hospital. And it is FSR 1.5, and it means we can put up to like 98 units for resale marketing, or over 100, so many more units if they're all for rental purposes. So the city mission is really promoting that for low income, for rental units, as well as for resale. So some great news there, and I hopefully our other areas will follow suit to Surrey. Isn't that great news?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's amazing because this has been such a problem, people getting caught in red tape for forever when it comes to getting building permits or for anything. And then, so sometimes people, they're doing a home renovation, they go rogue and they decide they're going to just do it without the city. Next thing you know, the city finds out and you get a stop work order. So this should hopefully, alleviate some of that stress in people's lives.
Exactly. So that's some good news. Woo! And then, you know what? I thought I just wanted to mention 3 things in regards to luxury real estate and what you should know about it. And I really believe, and the way I've done my business is I treat a $50,000 lot or mobile home the same as I would the Taj Mahal or a multi-million-dollar or whatever.
If you're selling the Taj Mahal, we got to talk. Because I think there could be some legalities going on there.
It's hush-hush.
Okay, it's a private investor, I hope.
Well, because, a lot of people think, everything will just sell, especially in a seller's market, right? But it doesn't matter. It's not the point that it will sell or not. It doesn't matter, there's one buyer for it. No. There's multiple buyers for your property, and that's the case even when it's a buyer's market or a balanced market. There's always multiple buyers, but this right now in our timeline, there's a whole lot more. But it's not about just selling. It's about always getting the highest price. Like, who wouldn't want the highest price for something they've invested in, or that it's one of the biggest transactions and investments that we make as humans is usually our primary residence. That's most people's biggest, that is their nest egg, right? That is what they hope that they can move on to greater pastures in the future and have a retirement and help their children out in the future. And, it's all in that equity growth in your property. And so you always want, no matter if you've got multiple properties or one property, always give it the best light. So always give it that luxury flair. So there's 3 things that you should know about luxury property advertising, marketing, have you. So the first one is high quality listing photography. Oh, it's so important. So a majority of home buyers in the luxury market start their search online these days. So whether through popular online listing sites or social media, naturally they want to get an idea of what a home is like before they take the time out of their busy schedule to set up a viewing. So they look at the photos, and if you don't invest in high quality photography, your listing is likely going to be overlooked. So you got to have that. And that is along with all the other professional marketing materials. So that's the second one. So brochures, mailers, that virtual walkthrough, that cinematography walkthrough, that drone video. You've got to have lots of great marketing materials, that floor plan, as we've talked about before, Curtis. And then the third thing is education, training, and designation. So your realtor should definitely be educated, trained, and have the designation to be able to market luxury property. And I just happen to be a CLHMS member, which is a certified luxury home marketing specialist. So yes, I've taken the training, I've taken the education, and I have the designation. And you should always, when you're thinking about selling any property, but especially a luxury property, is always make sure that your realtor is with a prestigious brokerage, such as RE/MAX, has a luxury division and international and nationally #1 and provincially and locally #1, but as well have that flair and know how to market your property the way it deserves. So we are at the end of our show, and we have a quote of the week, of course. And this one is from Philip Stanhope, 4th Earl of Chesterfield. And it is, know the true value of time. Snatch, seize, and enjoy every moment of it. No idleness, no laziness, no procrastination, and never put off till tomorrow what you can do today.
Very true words. I like that one.
The 4th Earl of Chesterfield.
And I'm a big fan of Chesterfield, so that works. Next time I want a quote from the Earl of Sandwich, if we can get that, figured out.
I'll do that for you, Curtis.
All right. Well, if people want more information about what you do as a realtor, whether it be selling that small bit of property or selling a luxury residence, where can they go?
MichelleCummins.ca.
And join us again next week when we will talk real estate in order to unlock your real estate potential on a show where real estate is maximized. Thanks for listening.